Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about cyber stalking, which is a pretty serious subject, and online harassment. Cyber stalking and online harassment has increased a lot in recent years. With being able to be anonymous online, it's easy for people to fall victim to stalkers who are able to hide behind the screen and harass and stalk. Also, with the advent of online apps, settings on smartphones and computers, and even automobile apps, it's very easy for a troll, a crush, or even an ex to keep track of you and to find out where you are and what you're doing at all times, which can pose and become a very scary situation. So we're going to cover some tips that you need to do in order to make sure that you are staying safe and secure from those that stalk you online and want to cause you harm. So number one, obviously, if you run into a cyber stalking incident, is to contact law enforcement. It's very important that you get on record that you are being harassed, whether it's being online and offline, because some online harassment can actually carry offline, definitely putting yourself and your family members safe. So making sure that you contact law enforcement to let them know that you are having issues is a great start to making sure that you are taking steps in order to keep yourself safe. But contacting law enforcement alone isn't going to help you stay safe. There are several other things that you need to do in order to make sure that you aren't being victimized. So, number two, or the next step, is to be careful who you share your passwords with. It can be easy to fall victim to handing out personal information when entering a new relationship, whether it be platonic, I can't believe I said that, or romantic. Just sharing the information is one of the signs of helping to develop trust, but in reality, you really need to keep certain information safe and secure, and that includes your passwords to all of your online accounts. Now, in the situation with a serious relationship or even a marriage, obviously that information needs to be shared back and forth. And if anything happens with that relationship, you probably need to change the passwords to all of your online accounts to make sure that the stalker, the ex, or the troll does not have access to your important information. The next thing that you want to do is to make sure that you are careful with your privacy settings online. Now, privacy settings include, and let me get rid of that goofy logo there just so everyone can see accounts. There we go. So online setting or privacy settings include making sure that you turn off location services within your apps. For example, if you've got social media accounts such as Facebook or even Twitter, those accounts can definitely let people know where you are when you check into specific places. So it's very important that you turn off those location services so that stalkers that are trolling you online definitely can't find your real life location. Next, what you want to do is to make careful who you allow to touch your actual smart devices and computers. Obviously, if someone gets a hold of your computer or device, they can definitely go in and install software that can track your location, or they can go through and do a search and find out exactly where you've been and get an idea of what habits that you do. Software, especially with apps such as Fitbit, can allow stalkers to find out where you've been. So if you've got an ex that wants to keep track where you are, they can log onto your computer, get access to your computer, find out where you've been doing or where you've been going and what you've been doing. So it's very important that you keep access to your smart devices and your computers only exclusively to yourself or people you completely trust. The next thing you want to do, especially with Google Alerts, or with Googling and online stuff, is to make sure you sign up for Google Alerts. Google Alerts is a system that allows you to keep track of what's being said about you because you can set yourself up as a Google Alert. So if you set up Google Alerts, or even just Googling yourself, you can find out if trolls have been saying malicious things about you so that you're aware of what is being said. If you find a website or a blog that has some malicious material posted about you, you definitely want to contact the administrator for that site and ask them to take down that disparaging information. Next on our list is to make sure you watch out for your car app. Many of you probably have apps that allow you to find out where your car is. And the bad thing about that is so can a stalker. If you're using online passwords that are the same across the board and your stalker knows what you drive, it doesn't take much for you to be able, or for them to be able to locate your email address and log onto your car app and to keep track of what you're doing. Now, this is particularly dangerous too because some car apps allow you to take control of the vehicle. So if you've got a stalker that's malicious and you've got a car app that allows you to do different things to your vehicle, you definitely don't want them to have access to that because it will give them insights to you. Next thing that you want to do is to make sure that you're turning off location services on your smart devices. So that would be Friend Finder in Apple or for my device in Google. If you are having problems with a stalker, you want to make sure that you turn those settings off so that stalkers can't locate you in real life or even just track where you are online. Speaking of one of the services that you want to turn off as far as location would be even your friend who you friended on social media. You want to be able to block that. And if you can find the stalker, block them as well to make sure that they aren't finding your personal information online. Because if you are using your real name, such as an email address, they can find that information out as well. Then finally, the last quick tip would be if all else fails as far as your devices, if you think that your device has been compromised or someone is unauthorized or getting unauthorized access, reset that thing back to factory default. It'll wipe all the settings or any changes that have been made to your smart devices so that way someone can't track your information. And you also want to make sure that you are covering your tracks as far as resetting all of the passwords for your online accounts if you think that a stalker has or an ex has access to your personal information. So hopefully these tips will help you keep safe from those online trolls and stalkers out there. So if you have any comments or questions or concerns about online stalking, please get in contact with law enforcement and reach out to family and friends and let them know that you may be a victim of stalking. But if you have comments or questions about this tip, be sure to also leave comments below so that we can give you the resources and additional help to help you stay safe. Speaking of tip resources, you can always check myself out, Burton Kelso, or my company Integral. Oh, the logo's gone. Let's get that back. There we go. Integral, and find out tips and tricks that are designed to help you stay safe from all of the online threats out there. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And stay safe out there. Avoid those online stalkers. And thanks for watching.